Welcome back to Homeschool Podcast. I'm Augustino Zoida, and I'm here with my co-host, Kevin Lyons.
What's up, people?
And I gotta tell you guys, I have been looking forward to this all day. Some of the most fun that I have on this podcast are when we have LaughterPiece Theatre segment, man.
Hell yeah.
And if you guys are new to the podcast, LaughterPiece Theatre is the segment we do once a month where it's just me and Kevin, and we play some stand-up comedy tracks. Mm-hmm. And every month, it is a different theme. And I'm excited for today's theme, dude.
What is that?
Well, today's theme is vacations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all the stand-up bits I'm playing today sort of have to do with traveling or going on vacation. And I'm excited because I thought of this idea because, first of all, it's August.
Mm-hmm.
It's the middle of August. It's the middle of summer. That's when families go on vacation.
Have you gone on vacation yet?
This year?
This summer?
No. I usually go every year in August.
Mm-hmm. Where do you go?
I try to go someplace different every time. Because, yeah, man. And then also our anniversary, not mine and yours. The way I said that. Mine and my wife's anniversary is August 13th. It just passed a couple days ago. And then, so we were always kind of like in the middle of August planning something like a trip, you know. Mm-hmm. We went to Seattle, and then we went to Portland last year. And this year we decided not to do anything. We're going to like save some money, maybe go somewhere a little better next, not better, but more expensive, and maybe like Hawaii or something next year.
Okay.
So we decided to save some money, and but we are still gonna go, not this weekend, but next weekend, to Lake Arrowhead.
Oh, okay. How far away is that?
It's like a 2-hour drive, dude. This way we can take the dog.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do. But anyway, I put together an assortment of stand-up comedy tracks, and I'm really excited because I love all these. When I had this idea to do this, I didn't even think of how many stand-up tracks that I could actually play, and they started coming to me one after another after I would look at one, and I was getting really excited. And because what I wanted to do is I wanted to play a bunch of different tracks from different comics of my favorites, but I wanted to give you guys that feeling of vacation, like whether it's old memories when you were a kid with your parents or new memories, you know, with your kids or just in general traveling and the stuff that you go through. Just so I put together a bunch in the order that I think that they should be, and I'm excited to play it for you guys. I'm excited, bro.
I know you.
This is going to be fun.
I'm excited too, man. I'm just ready to start laughing.
I think I might even have some tracks that you've never heard before.
Okay.
From guys that you really like.
Well, that's one of my favorite things about doing the LaughterPiece Theatre is because, like, I've dropped out of the stand-up game for a while because, you know, just move over to filmmaking. Mm-hmm. And so whenever we have LaughterPiece Theatre, I get to discover new comedy, and it's just fun to react to it. It's just, I love laughing at this shit with you.
And I like sharing it with you, bro.
Aww.
When you hear something for the first time, it's like I'm hearing it for the first time all over again. That's why it's fun to go with people to shit. Like you go see a movie, you really liked it, then you take your buddy. It's like you're watching it the first time. You get to feel the reactions.
I heard a quote once of somebody talking about they wish that they could see their favorite movie again for the first time. You know, when you see it, that'd be so cool. But anyway, yeah.
It would be. But anyway, before we get started, this episode is brought to you by MasterClass. All right, you guys, I don't know what you're waiting for because MasterClass is there for you. While you're waiting, since they've been our sponsors, they've added new classes in there. And you were still waiting and haven't taken advantage of it yet, okay? We're talking about taking advantage of learning a craft or something that you're passionate about or that you already do or want to start doing, and you can take a class in the comfort of your own home, okay? That's what we're talking about, taking advantage of. Taking a class on your schedule, on your time, in your home, you know, because you got a job and you got kids or you know what I mean, you got stuff going on, and it's hard to find the money and time to pursue something that you've always wanted to do or just perfect your craft a little bit. So listen, guys, MasterClass is here for you. I don't know why you haven't taken advantage of it already, okay? They're adding new classes. I assume a lot of people that listen to this are interested in stand-up comedy. There's a couple of stand-up comedy classes on there. And there's a couple of writing classes, story writing, performance classes. I mean, they're just adding new ones. And then ones that are doing really well, they're adding a part 2 of it. Like Gordon Ramsay just did a part 2 of his cooking class. And it's all on there, you guys. You got to check it out. Normally, it's $90 per class. And that gets you, you know, however many sessions for that one person's class. But right now, today, click on the link in the description and sign up for the entire year to have access to MasterClass, the entire website for a year for $180. Okay, $180. You can do 90 per class, or you can do $180 and do all the classes. You can do the writing, comedy, and acting class, or whatever you want, whatever you're into. Switch it up. Click the link in the description and sign up today, and you're helping out the Homeschool Podcast at the same time. Also, this episode is brought to you by Boomer Natural Wellness. Okay, that is organic, pure hemp CBD infused products. We're talking gummies, lotions, oils. CBD is infused in pet products now. You can get it all at Boomer Natural Wellness. They have a store in Las Vegas, Nevada, but you can go online right now to boomernaturalwellness.com and you can order it on there. And I'm going to hook you up with 20% off because you're a listener to the Homeschool Podcast. Go on there, get the lotions that are for pain, for joints. You can take, there's some oils and stuff to help you sleep. Even just, some of the gummies. I took one the other night and it helped me fall asleep. I had like one of the best night's sleep of my life. And, like I said, you can get pet treats and oils and stuff to put in your pet's food so that they're less stressed and, and they have a shiny coat. You tried everything else, try CBD, and you can get it at Boomer Natural Wellness. The only place to get organic CBD infused. There's other places, but this is the only place you should be going to. All right, you guys. So we got through the sponsors, and now I'm excited. We're going to start LaughterPiece Theater. It's me and Kevin Lyons. I'm Augustino Zoida. This is Homeschool Podcast.
Please take your seats. School is now in session.
Homeschool Podcast.
Homeschool.
The Homeschool Podcast. Why? Because he was homeschooled.
I don't want to do that.
No, okay.
I don't want to do that at all. Boom. All right. Welcome back. So as I said in the beginning, I know a lot of people that listen to this podcast that are returning listeners. I appreciate you, and I know that they really like the LaughterPiece Theater segments, as do I. I have a lot of fun doing them. I'm a big student of the game. Some of you may know about me. Not only am I a stand-up comic, but I absolutely love fucking watching or listening to it all day. And watching it live is the best. I love going and watching different stories, different styles, and just, and some of my favorites are to go back and just and play some that, got me through like tough times in my life, bro. And actually, some of those ones I'm going to play for you today.
All right.
This is all about vacations, okay? Like I said, every month is a new LaughterPiece Theater, and every month has a new theme. This theme is vacations, okay? Traveling with your family, shit like that. And we're going to play it. You ready, Kev?
I'm ready.
Let me see who I got here.
What do we got first?
All right. Okay. We play him a lot on here, and I'm going to give you a heads up right now that I got 3 different tracks from him today.
Oh, dude. Okay.
There's another comic that we play on here a lot that I got 2 different tracks from him.
So we're only hearing from 2 comics today.
3, I think.
3, okay.
Yeah, I got a lot of tracks for you guys. But like I said, I put this together hopefully to remind you of that feeling of vacation, bring some good memories. Okay?
I'm ready, man.
All right, bro. Here's Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, I love Jim Gaffigan.
Last summer, we did our first big family vacation. Well, I should clarify, we went to Disney. Now, if you haven't been to Disney as an adult, just imagine you're standing in line at the DMV. And that's it. Actually, it was Orlando in July, so it was kind of like standing in line on the surface of the sun. Why would we do this to ourselves? Remember when you were a kid and you'd go on vacation, you'd be like, why is Dad always in a bad mood? Now I understand. How can I spend an enormous amount of money, be uncomfortable, and listen to my children complain and whine? Disney. Oh, good. I did figure out what makes Disney truly magical, though. You can walk around sweating your ass off for 12 hours and still gain weight. I know it's 110 out here, but these fries taste great. We eat, because we want to have a good time. Really, that's all a vacation is. Just us eating in a place we've never been. Well, why don't we eat something, then we'll go and get something to eat.
So true.
And we'll see that thing we're supposed to see. They probably got a snack bar there, right? After that, we should probably get something to eat, though. Then we'll eat something. We eat because, there's pressure to have fun on your vacation, right? But at Disney, it's like a desperation. You see it on the faces of parents. They're like, oh, this was an enormous mistake. I hope you're having fun. It was either this or send you to college. I stood in line for an hour and 15 minutes for the Dumbo ride. After a minute, I was like, I'm the Dumbo. I'm waiting to see myself. At the end of the line, there's just going to be a mirror and some guy going, Dumbo. Some of those rides at Disney, they make you realize how far we've come with amusement parks. Like, I was on that ride, It's a Small World. I was like, wow, there was a time when people found this entertaining? You could be on acid, you're like, I'm not getting anything here. I think I'll go back to staring at my hand. Yeah, that's better. If only I had 2 of these. Because a lot of those rides at Disney, they were developed in the 70s. There was no competition. They were making up rides. It was just some guy going, all right, how about a bumper car goes into a dark room and there's a picture of Winnie the Pooh. People stand in line for an hour for that, right? Ooh, here I got another one. What if we hollow out a log and throw them over a waterfall? We got their money. What are they going to do? I have to admit, my favorite ride was the air-conditioned bus back to the airport. Ooh, well worth the wait. Hey, if you don't like Disney, well, then why would you go? I went because I love my children. Now there are adults without children that go to Disney, and they're called weirdos. Very nice people, absolutely crazy. Even the Comic-Con people are like, yeah, they're a little frightening. I got a Batman living room, but these people are scary.
What'd you think, Kevin?
That was funny. I mean, I love Jim Gaffigan, but I think we talked about it before. While it's always like the same thing, but insert this food product here.
Yeah, that's so funny. I mean? He always has to talk about food.
I mean, but he's just so funny though. I mean, I just love that little voice that he does. That kind of like cynical type of, like sarcastic. It's just really funny.
That's the common American. That's the common consumer.
Yeah.
That voice. They just like, we're gonna do this, and that's what people do.
My favorite part about that joke was when he's talking about they're just making up rides. Mm-hmm. Like, we already got their money. What are they gonna do?
It's so true, dude.
Oh my god, it's just so funny.
It's so true. Disney is such a ripoff, bro. It's absolutely. I'm not saying that it's not fun. I'm just saying that the pricing is outrageous.
Yeah.
There's a. Did I miss it? Isn't there a part in there where he goes, yeah, we figured we're either this or you go to college.
Yeah.
He does say that, right, dude. That's insane. It's so expensive for a family to go on a Disney vacation, but yeah, dude, he's just so funny.
You know what else we talked about too with Jim Gaffigan before, about how he always does to the boardroom meeting. He's discussing. He just did that with let's just hollow out a log and throw them over. It's like he didn't say boardroom meeting, but that was basically
them creating stuff.
Them creating the ride.
He's got a formula that works. Yeah. I'm not gonna question it.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with formulaic comedy too. I mean, it's just him. He is funny. I just like hearing him talk.
You know what you get when you go see him, and when you go see him, you get new material, but you still get him.
Yeah. You go get ice cream all the time, and you get the same ice cream, but you still like it because it's ice cream. It's just plain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Ready for the next one?
Yeah, let's go. What do we got?
All right, next up, I'm pretty sure you haven't heard this before. You may not have heard much stand-up comedy from him before.
Yeah, I have. I've heard some.
Oh, okay. I like his older stuff before he was too famous, and sometimes I like to go back and listen to it. This is a good one. Also has to do with Disneyland, and let's play this one.
Let's go.
Oh, I forgot to say, this is Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
You can't hang with everybody, man. Like right now, we star-studded tonight. Celebrities all over the place. I don't fuck with y'all no more. I used to. I stopped. I don't hang with celebrities no more. I'm gonna be honest with you. Celebrities will mess up your life too. Celebrities give you reality checks. How do I know this? From experience, people. Mekhi Phifer, another good friend of mine, love Mekhi to death, okay? This is when I knew I wasn't making real money. Mekhi calls me, he says, yo, Kev, hey, my son's birthday party is Saturday. Your daughter the same age. I want you to come to the party. I said, okay, well, where's the party at? He said, Disneyland. I said, done deal. I'm near. I get to Disneyland. Him and his son are out front. They holding hands. I don't see nobody else at the park. I said, hey, I thought you said that it was, it was a birthday party. I don't see nobody else at the park. What's going on? He said, no, dude. He said, here's the thing. It's just us. I bought the park out for like 8 hours. We got it to ourselves. I said, wait a minute. Okay, what the fuck you mean you bought the park out for 8 hours? He said, it's just us. We can do what we want. I said, okay, real quick before I go in, did you pay for this already, or are you looking for help? Because I'm not in a position where I can help you because the way that my bank account is set up. The thing is, I got a checking in the savings, but all my money is in the savings. I don't think my card is gonna go through unless you got jeans on because you gotta wipe it off. You can't hang with everybody, man. Stay in your lane. Stay in your financial lane. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we went in the park. I ain't gonna lie to you, me and my daughter, we had a great time. We got on rides 5 or 6 times in a row. Now, there was a point in time when we was in the park where I lost my daughter. I didn't know where she was. But I didn't panic when I lost her. The reason why is because we were the only ones in the park. I knew eventually I would run into her again. So I took that time to get on rides that she couldn't get on. She's only 5, so she can't do everything. When I saw her, she was crying. I was like, come on, don't be a bitch. Like, don't act like that. That's what I said. I said that. It's not your birthday. Today's not about you. Stop bitching. Let's get on some more rides. Let's go.
That's funny. That does kind of fall into that category, though, that you were talking about with, like, Aziz Ansari. When they talk about things that are
he's another
like,
one that's a great example.
Yeah, but what was good about that is that that's what the joke is about. Is like, I can't relate to that.
But he's still dropping, name dropping. So what Kevin's talking about is I often pick on, and I always use Aziz Ansari as an example of how, like, their first comedy album's always like great, and then when they start to blow up and they get too big and they turn to movies, Aziz became, I wouldn't say movie star, but he was in a bunch of comedies, but a TV star. Yeah. And then Kevin Hart became a movie star, mega movie star, dude. And then they still do stand up, which you have to admire. They still kept to their roots, but I don't like that the material's often about how famous they are and stuff like that. And I mean, that special is old enough to where it's his transition into fame. That specifically describes like where he was. Like, he's like, I was kind of famous, like he got money, but he don't got like that kind of money.
But now he's got like that kind of money.
Oh, bro, he can rent out Disneyland in like 2 days in a row.
Yeah, exactly,
dude. How much do you think it is to rent out Disneyland for 8 hours?
I don't know. I'm sure that there's like I bet you that's like what they do. They probably have like those blackout dates that are reserved for like people that just want to rent it out for their families. I bet you that there were other people who were, in the studio bringing their kids in too, probably. But I mean, like the whole park for 8 hours, that's crazy.
Well, think about how much money they make per hour at Disneyland in the food. Like, that's crazy.
Have you ever been to Disney?
Disneyland?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I've never been.
Oh, really?
I've been living out here for over 10 years. I've never been to Disneyland.
Well, you're not a little kid.
I know, but I want
fun.
to go. I want to go because I love going to amusement parks.
Yeah.
And I just think there's just so much funny stuff in there. I just want to go to Disneyland so
it's
I can
fun
relate
to go
to it more.
if you're a couple.
Yeah.
Or you're a group of friends. It's really fun.
Well, I'm not like, listen, bro, I'll go to the movies by myself, but I'm not going to go to an amusement park.
No, that's creepy, especially at Disneyland.
That is creepy.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, maybe they start like early, like before they open, or like the park closed early or something. Yeah. Maybe they do something like that. I've also heard people renting out a section of Disneyland, so maybe he exaggerated for the story.
That's what I was thinking.
But anyway, I got another track for you.
I mean, because they also have at Universal, like the pass holders, the local residents, they would always be able to get in an hour early before everybody else. So it was like you would have the park to yourself, but like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
All right, who do we got up next?
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, play him.
Wait a second. I gotta see. Yeah, we can play that one next. Is this one?
So normally I find YouTube clips in this particular bit that I was looking for. I couldn't find it on YouTube, but I did find it on the site. and then sometimes when we're down here in the garage, I have problems with the internet. So YouTube lets me load up a whole video, but this one I'm not sure if it did. I tried. Okay. Hopefully I'll be able to play this. So this is Louis C.K. This is a great story of his that I really like, and I don't know if it has that much to do with vacations, but it is about him being on a trip with his family during the story, and I think that it paints a part of that picture when you travel with your family and you stay in different places. Let's just play it.
Let's just play it, man. I like Louis.
She's had a tough year, that kid. I feel really bad. A lot of bad things happened to her this year. This summer, she got bit by a pony. I'm not kidding. A pony bit her. How do you more break a little girl's hearts than a pony bite? That's like being raped by Santa Claus. It was the worst thing that ever happened. And it was made worse by the fact that it followed the greatest moment of her life. Because she'd never seen a pony up close. We just never were fucking shitty parents. We never gave her like a pony ride. And last summer, I took the kids to Italy. I took my girls to Italy for whatever reason. I don't know why. And we're in this farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. And I put them to bed and I come outside and there's ponies. They just showed up out of nowhere. Just wild ponies. Like 50 ponies. I'm not fucking with you. A huge amount of ponies and one donkey. I don't know why. There was one donkey hanging out with the ponies. And they're just late, and I'm like, and I run downstairs, and I wake her up. The little one, fucker, she's not making memories. Who cares? It's not worth it. I take the 7-year-old,
She's not
and I
making
bring her
memories.
outside, and she's standing barefoot in her pajamas, and it's dusk, and it's ponies. And she's like, and I'm like, I'm the best fucking father. I'm the best father. Yeah! Yeah! Look at that shit! That's right! I gave that to you! And she starts walking out towards the ponies. She's like, can I go near them? I'm like, yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm like, yeah, totally. Go on out there, honey.
You've never heard
You're
this,
only
right?
outnumbered 50-1. What could possibly happen in a sea of wild ponies? And she walks out, and there's this one beautiful speckled pony. And as she's walking towards it, I'm an asshole because I don't read. It's going like... It's totally going, dude, no, I'm not one of... Fuck it, get her out. I'm a fucking Italian and wild pony. Get her out of here. Can I go, Daddy? I'm like, yes, totally. Go up to the pony. She walks up to the pony and she turns to me and says, he's beautiful. And as she's saying that, the pony bites her on the fucking leg. And she screams. It didn't break the skin, but it was an awful bruise. And I grab her and I run inside. And she says, why, Daddy? Why did the pony bite me? And I said, I don't know. And she said, do ponies bite a lot? And I'm like, well, yeah, because I don't want her to think that she's so horrible that the first pony ever bit her. I go, yeah, honey, ponies bite. She goes, well, why did you let me near it? She's like, dude, make a fucking effort. And then we're in the house, and she says, this is how great this kid is. She calms down, and she goes, I want to look up about ponies biting. Like, that's how she thinks. Something upsets her. She wants to look it up and learn about it. She says, I want to find out why they bite and what people say about it. So we go and we look up about ponies. And it turns out they're assholes. They bite all the time. And there's all these websites that talk about what to do when your pony bites. And it's like everything else on the internet is just fighting. Just people angry at each other. The first guy says, you got to punch the pony right in the face. Just punch it right in the face. Then the next person says, you're a terrible person. You should have your ponies taken away from you. The next person was my favorite. They go, people who don't punch their ponies make me sick. So we really are a divided nation.
When was that bit? When did he do that?
I want to say it's definitely not from Chewed Up. It's either from Hilarious. Actually, I think it might be from Hilarious, the special Hilarious. which I
Okay.
think might be like his third special.
Man, he's funny, dude. He's so funny.
That's one of my favorite stories, dude. I love listening to that story. And this is a great example to let you know about all the different storytelling techniques. Think of how that story would have gone if he would have started with, because when you tell stories how they happen. He would have started with, I took my family to Italy and rented a house in the, we're at whatever. That's how the story would have gone. And then he would have said, and then we saw and then eventually it would have been, and then he bit, and then bitter. You know what I mean? But he took you first to, she got bit by a pony, and then let's hear the story.
Yeah.
Sometimes with a story, it's great to give them a sample of something. They tell you that in school when they teach you how to write short stories when you're a little kid. They tell you like always the first sentence should always capture them, right?
Yeah.
So the same thing goes when you're telling stand-up comedy stories. You got to give them something up front. You always think I'm gonna save that the pony bitter for the end. It's gonna be my big laugh. Like no, that's gonna be your hook to get people in, and then you tell the story throughout is going to keep them.
Well, it also takes the pressure off of needing the punchline to be as big. It takes off that pressure of your punchline. Say the punchline first, and it's funny, and then the storytelling aspect is what's funny about it. And so by the time it gets to the end, I mean, you already know the punchline, but it doesn't have to,
Yeah.
When you just build towards a punchline the whole time.
Sure, but the thing is that her getting bit by a pony is not really a punchline. But if you thought to yourself, this is such a funny story, I'm going to tell it on stage, your first instinct, the average person, when you tell people you think that she got bit was the punchline because that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what makes your story unique. So that's going to be your punchline. No, that's not the punchline. The punchline is the punchlines you write throughout, and look at where he took it and the punchlines he placed within the story. And it actually is not the punchline. It's just putting it up front to let you know so if you have something unique about your story, that's not the punchline. It's actually the unique thing is all it is. So put that up front. So now you let everyone know you're about to hear something crazy that you haven't heard before, and then take them on your journey of the story.
It's also a natural way just to talk about stories too, like with your friend. Like, hey man, did I ever tell you about the time that I got arrested in Mexico? What? No. All right, well listen to this story.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
dude.
It's kind of like that.
That's how you talk, right? So you don't start, and I hate to sound like a dick, but this is a stereotype that sometimes can be true. This is why the stereotype exists that it's hard to listen to women tell stories, right? Like husbands always say that, like, oh, I got to listen to her stories. Why do her stories? And then wives complain, like, he doesn't listen to me. And then we go, well, if you fucking cut to the chase, we would. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because women tell stories
in exact order.
So we went to Italy, and then we went and we rented a house.
It's like when Michael Scott was talking about how he quit in The Office.
Right. No, and then I put all the kids to bed, and then I was sitting there reading, and then all of a sudden you're listening to the story going like, and then later on to go, you weren't listening. It's like, yeah, you took forever. You got to open with, oh my God, so fucking Lindsay got bit by a pony.
Yeah.
And you go like, wait, what? Here's the story. We were in Italy. You know what I mean? You got to hook. You got to get them.
You got to get him with that movie preview.
Exactly
The
like you
teaser
said,
trailer.
dude. Huh?
The teaser trailer.
Exactly like you said. Bro, did I tell you I got arrested in Mexico? That's your opener.
Yeah.
Anyway. This is a great
by the
lesson.
way, I've never been arrested in Mexico. I've never been to Mexico.
Well, that's why you don't have good stories. I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
No, this is a great lesson of just comics, especially new comics, tend to save that juicy thing that gold piece of your story. They tend to save it for your big punchline, and then by that time you lost the audience. You got to put that punchline or that big thing up front. Even in your set, open strong. Everyone wants to close with the big closer. Open with it. Anyway, what do you say we move on?
Let's go. I'm ready.
Who else do I got here?
Let's go to Wally World. Here we go.
Yeah, you ready, bro?
Oh, I'm ready for some more Jim Gaffigan.
Let's do it, because I got more Jim Gaffigan for you. This is the 2 of 3 Jim Gaffigan bits I have ready for you here to go. Speaking of vacations and traveling, this is a whole clip on hotels by Jim Gaffigan.
It's good to be here in D.C. I love D.C. I know. staying in a nice hotel here. You know. All hotels are nice that first night, right? You're like, this is pretty sweet. And the next day, you're like, this place is a dump. Because we get spoiled so quickly in hotels, you know? They can have the nicest amenities, but after a couple days, you're like, same chocolate on the pillow. I think by now they know I like peanut butter. I stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge in Disney. There were giraffes right outside my window. But by the end of the week, I was like, giraffe again. How about a lion? How about a lion eating a giraffe? That would be magical, Disney. Because we get spoiled. In hotels, there's a sense of entitlement. You ever leave for the day and you come back and they haven't had a chance to clean your room? There's a certain amount of outrage. Excuse me. There is a towel on the floor of my bathroom. Can you send a maid or a manservant to pick it up? I demand we burn the peasant village. They spoil us. I always feel guilty when I get out of the cab, the bellhop's like, can I help you with your backpack? No. But here's $5. Sorry you have to dress like Captain Crunch. Do enjoy your crunch berries. It's awkward. I think it's awkward when someone knocks on your hotel door. It's like, whoa, who even knows I'm in here? What is it, the FBI?
The FBI.
Then you have to look through that hotel door peephole. Does anyone on the other side of a peephole not look like a serial killer? I ordered a cheeseburger, but I think it's the Grim Reaper. I think it's great some hotels provide stationery, you know, because the first thing I like to do when I get to my hotel room is write a letter. My dearest Gwendolyn, I arrived by nightfall at the Embassy Suites. It will be a fortnight after my return that this letter shall arrive. Allow me to explain the curious charge in the ledger. It is because I miss thee so much, darling, that I accidentally ordered Sorority Sister 7. Some hotels, they kind of push that porn on you. Some poor guy just turns on the TV, they're like, after hours. It's 9 a.m., I'm on my way to a business meeting. After hours. I'm here for my grandma's memorial. After hours. Oh, maybe after the memorial, I don't know. I spend too much time in hotels, I do, yeah. Sometimes at night I find myself thinking of the hundreds and hundreds of interesting people that have stayed in my room, and then I'll just get up and sleep in the tub. Because that's nasty. You couldn't give away a used mattress, but we'll pay $100 to sleep on one for a night. Thanks, Priceline. Here, let me slip on this robe someone else wore 12 hours ago. Ah, luxury. The amount of denial we embrace when we stay in a hotel is staggering. If you knew a stranger used your bath towel at home once, you'd be like, burn it and bury it in the backyard. But we get in a hotel and we're like, Sure, the business guy before me only dried his elbow with this towel. We change, entitlement, we become lazy. You see that around the mini bar, right? You're like, $8 for a Coke? No, it's either this or walk down the hall of the vending machine. It's got time for that, I'm naked. I'm always naked in my hotel room. Hey, it's not my couch. There is always that realization, maybe I'm not the first person to do that. Because you're never the first person to do anything in a hotel room. The 10 Commandments were based on what's already happened in your hotel room. That's why there's a Bible in there for references. Like, oh, that happened too? Oh, no. I'm sleeping in the tub for sure. We change in hotels. We all kind of turn into kleptos. We're like, oh, what can I take in here? Time to make some money back. Looks like I don't have to buy shampoo for like a day. touching.
For like a day.
The only toiletry I don't take is the shower cap, because I'm one of those weird people who likes clean hair.
Yeah.
I've never even met anyone who's used a shower cap, probably because they all died 80 years ago. If you are the oddball who's going to use a shower cap, you probably brought your own. And a few extra for the rest of the Golden Girls. Some hotels treat you like a klepto. You go in the closet, they have those hangers with 2 parts of the tiny baby head so you don't steal them. Oh, really, hotel? You don't trust me with the real hangers? Well, just for that, I'm going to steal the whole damn closet. Let's see how this room works sans closet. This is how I would carry a closet.
That's not how you carry a closet. It's the worst closet carrying I've ever seen.
There's always that plastic bag for the hotel laundry service. I did that once. It would have been cheaper to have my credit card stolen. $10 to wash a pair of underwear that cost $3. What'd you clean it with champagne? I do love that wake-up call, right? How'd that start? With someone like, yeah, my mommy's not here? So I'm gonna need someone to wake me up. By the way, no one tucked me in yet. Go for a story. You got Goodnight Moon down there? How about Harry the Dirty Dog? That's a good one.
Oh, Jim.
So great. Right?
You have another one ready to go of his?
I do. We're not gonna play that one yet. How great are have you heard that one before? Or any of those?
I don't think so.
No, dude. I love that you like Gaffigan and Louis C.K. and I love that I'm introducing you to new bits that you haven't heard before.
Okay, yeah.
It's awesome. Let's just keep going.
Yeah,
let's just keep going.
Who do I got next?
I got one I don't think you've ever heard before. This is from comedian Steve Renazizi from an album that I really like. I believe is his first. It's called Man Child. You know Steve Renazizi?
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he was on the show...
The Draft, right?
No.
It like The League?
The League. Excuse me, yeah, The League. But yeah, really funny comic and super nice guy. And I really like this first album here. So keeping on the vacations, let's play this one. We might have an issue here because this also was not YouTube, and I don't think it'll let me load. Yeah, I might not be able to play Steve Renazizi for you guys. We got a buffering situation. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to play Renazizi for you guys. Anyway, this is from his album Man Child, and when he's talking about traveling with his wife and his kids and how it's hard to travel on airplanes with kids and stuff. It's about a 2.5 minute bit, and it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny if you guys get a chance. Look him up because he's funny. Sorry about that, you guys. It's just like it's hard for me to find some of these clips that I want to play for you, so I have to like go to other websites. Like this was Comedy Central, and it just doesn't like let me load it up in advance, and I can't really play it right now.
So let's undo that one.
This would be a great time to play a word from our sponsors.
I'm Steve Martin, and welcome to MasterClass. I was talking to some students, and they were saying things like, how do I get an agent? Where do I get my headshots? And I just thought, shouldn't the first thing you're thinking about is, how do I be good? I have a little bit of a pet peeve for comedians who come out and say, how we doing tonight? You've blown one of the most important moments of your show. Say, I'm sorry, we're out of the fries. Sorry, we're out of the fries. What? We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about my specific process. Thank you. Performing comedy. Hey, move that over there. We're going to talk about writing. Editing is one of your most powerful tools. So that bit's not working, it's gone the next night.
Now, what gets the laugh? Whenever it's the word that gets the laugh, I always question it.
An ultimate goal of mine is to work clean.
Mm-hmm. Well, then you should take off that.
Yeah.
I never actually thought I was funny. You may think I don't have any talent. I guarantee you, I had no talent. None. Remember, you are a thought machine. Everything you see, hear, experience is usable. Oh, what? Oh. Whatever makes you unique as a performer, do it. and know that there's room for you. Hey, welcome to Steve Martin's MasterClass.
Just a little word from our sponsors there, guys. MasterClass, click the link in the description. Sign up today. Tons of great classes on there, like Steve Martin teaching comedy.
I want more Steve Martin movies. Does he still making them? Because what was the last like franchise he was attached to? Was it Pink Panther? Or was it like Cheaper by the Dozen?
Those are kind of around the same area, but I feel like he's done movies since then that were more not like franchise. He's done like some romantic comedies, I feel like. But I just love anything with him, man. I love watching movies with him.
They should bring him back for Grandfather of the Bride.
Dude, why haven't they?
Why haven't they done that yet?
Why haven't they?
Why not? Do you remember those when they came out? The Father of the Bride movies?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, Grandfather of the Bride would be freaking awesome, dude.
What was your favorite Steve Martin movie?
I think I might have to say My Blue Heaven.
That was a good one. That's
It's
a really
so
good
funny,
one.
dude.
My Blue Heaven is good. I love the Three Amigos.
Three Amigos is great,
It's
too.
so great.
It's so funny. I actually like watching him in some of those romantic comedies.
Mhm.
There's some weird one that I just saw. I don't know how old it is, but it's kind of newer. And he wrote it and directed it, I believe. But he's like an older guy who dates a younger girl. Anyway, I don't remember the name of it anyway. I think that's probably his most recent movie.
All right, who we got up next?
Who we got up next?
How about another Louie?
Oh, throw on Louie. I'm ready to laugh again. Let's bring it up the pace.
I love this bit. This bit is this is a story, okay? This is a story. Again, I don't know if you're going to take it as travel or vacation, but again, it's a story that happens when he was on vacation with his family. Different time, different story. This is a more recent special of his called I believe it was called Oh My God. I believe this is the one that he recorded at the Comedy Store in the main room, and I absolutely love this story. And I think that I've never played it for you, so let's play it.
I've never been a big animal person. Some animals I hate. Bats. I think bats are just disgusting. I hate bats. It's a rat with leather wings. You ever seen one and they like look around? It's like somebody, they have a face. It's disgusting. Hate bats. And I'm sure there's a whole thing of, did you know that bats make all the French toast in the world? I don't care. Hate them. I had a bad bat experience. This summer, we rented a house this summer. I got a house for me and the kids. My ex-wife and I, we share custody of the kids. And so the summer, 1 month they go with her, 1 month with me. So I got a nice house in the country. And it was beautiful. The kids loved it. But the kids go to sleep at, 8 o'clock at night. So I'm just laying awake, terrified. I'm so scared in the country because it's just quiet and it's just mystery and trees and darkness. I live in New York City. I feel perfectly safe there. I'm surrounded by murderers and child molesters and Jews. I mean, there are there's a bunch of those. But so one night I'm in the country house and I'm just laying awake, just begging for the fucking sun to come up so I can sleep through my days with the kids. And I'm laying awake, and my bedroom's above the kitchen, and I hear this. I swear to God, I heard this sound. I heard, "What are you singing?" I heard that, like clear as a bell. And immediately my heart is pounding. I'm like, I'm going to have a heart attack right now. Because there is a witch in the kitchen. First of all, there are witches. I have no doubt in that moment. There's witches. That's how easy it was to flip me over. There are witches. And there's one in the kitchen. And I gotta go down there. I can't just, they like kids. She'll get the kids. So I go downstairs. I'm terrified. And I'm standing outside the kitchen door like this for like an hour. Too scared to go in until a little bit of logic seeped in and told me even if there is a witch in there, she wouldn't just make a noise and then just stand there for like an hour. So I go in, there's nobody in the kitchen. And then I hear the noise again, and it was the dishwasher. The dishwasher has weird tubes And when the soap goes through him, it's kind of vocal. I don't know why, but it goes. It's just the weirdest thing to watch my dishwasher do it. I was like, all right, it's cool. I'm fine. There's no witches. I'm about to go upstairs, and a bat, a fucking asshole bat, picked that. He's like, and he just flew right by my head like this, and I went, ah! Fell on the floor. And I crawl into the closet. I close the door and I call 911 right away. I don't know if you ever called 911 and you don't realize till they answer how you shouldn't be calling 911. 911, tell us your emergency. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to be bothering you. This doesn't qualify. The lady's like, sir, what's the problem? I said, there's a bat in my house. And I don't like it. She was nice to me, because it's country 911. If you call 911 in New York City, there's a bat in my house. They'll be like, sir, we'll send a car right over to shoot you in the face. But she was nice. She's like, sir, we understand. You're divorced. You're overcompensating with a country house. You're in over your head. She said, call this guy. She gave me a number. She said, call this guy. He's a guy who takes care of bats. He's a man whose bats are his focus. Felt like she was doing a lot of work to not say Batman. She was kind of going around. He's a male human who bats are his... I'm not going to say Batman. I don't want to say it.
You should call Batman.
So I call the Batman. And he comes over, and I'm in the closet looking through the crack, and the bat is on the ceiling, hanging upside down, and he's just looking around. It's the most disgusting thing. And so finally there's a knock at my door, and I crawl to the door, and I open it, and he's like, hello. And he says, where's the bat? And I'm like, So the guy walks over, and he just takes the bat. That's it. He just took it. He's like, all right. Like, yeah, you pretty much nailed it. That's amazing. It's like I called somebody and said, help, there's a box of tissues on my table. Oh, thank goodness. What a relief to have a man in the house. Would you like some sweet tea? Wasn't expecting company. Oh, my robe fell open. He saw my breasts.
What the fuck is happening?
Ooh, what do we do now? Mr. Batman. You know, I'm kind of grateful to that bat now. Now that you're going to fuck me. You're not? Well, all right, you can go then. I can't get out of it. Sorry.
That's so funny. I was about to say, I'm like, it feels like that's going on a little bit too long.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, at that point, he's at a point where in his career where he
can
could
just take up as much time.
It should have ended at Mr. Batman. He just goes like, fuck it, let's just keep going. It's so great.
It's probably different energy when you're there live that just like, that you can just keep going.
So
like
great. That room is so awesome when it's sold out like that too, man. It's great. Did you like that story?
Yeah.
You hadn't heard that either, right?
I haven't heard that.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's funny.
Mr. Batman. I absolutely love it. Again, I didn't really think it was going to go there. He opened up with saying he didn't like all animals, and then he told you that bats were his least favorite animal. Didn't mention that it was going to be in the next story.
Yeah.
He just goes, I hate animals, described it, and then went into how he's in the country house and heard the noise, and then goes into witches. Then you think it's a bit about witches, and all of a sudden you see and then he makes you think that it was the washing machine, the washer. It was. That's what the noise was. It was the washer. It wasn't the bat.
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you turn around. Like, he took you on this journey and kept you interested. Like, oh, it was just a washer. Then as soon as you turn around, it was something else. It was like, it's like a scary movie. You're like, oh, it must be in that closet. And then all of a sudden they're behind you, you know? That's just storytelling at its finest, bro.
I just love the witch part. Like, that was my favorite part, laughing
Yeah.
at the witch. Just like, I know there are witch. At that moment, I
Yeah.
knew witches already
That's how much it
existed.
takes you to
Oh my
convince
God.
that witches are real. Like, here's the noise. Yep, witches, they're real. Yeah. So great. I got one more track for you guys. And of course, it's Jim Gaffigan. I promised you I got 3 of them. So this
Okay.
is the 3rd one. And this one's not as long as the last one I played for you. This is, we talked about hotels in that last one. This one's hotel pools.
Oh, boy.
I seem to stay in a lot of hotels that have the indoor swimming pool. You can always tell a hotel has an indoor pool because their lobby will smell like a bucket of bleach. Do you guys have an indoor pool, or did someone just clean up a murder scene? Because my eyes are bleeding, and occasionally I'll hit the indoor pool. That's always relaxing, right? Until anyone else shows up.
Yeah.
Because then you're just in a gigantic tub, essentially in your underwear, with some stranger lurking there. The polite thing to do is ignore the other person. Because there's nothing you can say at that point that doesn't sound creepy. You can't be like, hey, hop in! What room are you staying at? I didn't shower before I got in here. Kind of count this as a bath. Sometimes they have lounge chairs. Yeah. Who's lounging around an indoor pool? After this chemical bath, what do you say we grab some fluorescent light? Breathe in some poisonous fumes, towel off with a dish rag. Think about it. Maybe I'll buy you a drink from the vending machine. You don't have $8 and quarters on you, dear. Whatever a stranger's doing in the hotel pool is immediately annoying, right? Like that guy that swims laps, aren't you always like, settle down, spazzo! You're at the Ramada, not the Olympics. And if you're a guy over the age of 30 by yourself in the hotel pool, you automatically look like a murderer who's just relaxing after he strangled a family. Yeah, that dad was a tough one to kill. What room are you staying in? You ever been in the hotel pool and there's a couple in there making out? It's always charming in romantic comedies when a couple kisses in public, but when you're sharing the same water, it's icky. You're like, don't mind me. This isn't awkward. What room are you staying at? Of course, no one loves the hotel pool more than kids, you know. Whenever I see a little kid in the hotel pool, I just think, I am swimming in a toilet. It's the first time a kid can multitask. I can play and pee! This is amazing! What room are you staying at? I just love the characters you'll see in a hotel pool. Occasionally there'll be like a sweet old lady, someone's great grandma, 90 years old, paddling around. I haven't been in a pool since the 30s. Why do old ladies always swim like this? If my hair gets wet, I'll melt. Good thing I brought my shower cap. I made this suit out of curtains upstairs. What room am I staying in? Speaking of swimming pools, my brother has an above-ground swimming pool. As if you didn't think I was white trash already. You don't really swim in an above-ground pool. You just kind of wade around with a beer. It's just like a regular pool, but not relaxing or fun. I guess I'll head to the deep end / middle. There is no graceful way to get in an above-ground pool. You always look like you're sneaking into a giant cup of tea. I hope the Mad Hatter's...
Oh, that was funny.
That's a good one, right?
It's just like you're sneaking into a giant cup of tea. That's funny, dude.
That's actually the other bit I played for you about hotels.
Yeah.
That's actually right before this one. It's from the same album. It's from Mr. Universe. His special is called Mr. Universe, that stuff. So that first one I played with hotels, it goes right into that one about hotel pools. So that first one that we listened to about hotels was like 6.5 minutes long. That one was like 3.5 minutes long.
Yeah.
So like he did hotels, then hotel pools, and you put that all together, dude. And it's fucking.
It reminds me, like, because at the end,
11 minute bit.
it seemed like he made a callback to something, and everybody laughed at it. And it was just like when the lady's like, "I don't even. What room am I in?" And then everybody had a big laugh. I wonder if that was a callback to.
You know what? It actually no. He does a callback to what room am I staying in, but he does it later after a different bit.
Okay, but
that
he just
ends
did it.
the
In
special.
this, he just did it. In
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So they're just laughing because the lady that said, "What room am I staying in?" because she forgot.
Yeah.
So that's what they're laughing at. But he actually, I forget the bit, but he has a closer, and then at the end he goes, "What room are you staying in?" Like it has nothing to do with that. Like it's a callback.
Yeah, okay.
You'll have to go back and listen to Mr. Universe. It's a great album.
Have you ever been in an above ground pool? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually seen any here in California. It's strange.
My sister used to have one. Her house now has like a nice real pool.
Yeah.
But her house before that, they had an above ground one.
He explained it perfectly.
Yeah.
There's no way to get it. It looks like you're sneaking into a giant
That's what it is,
teacup.
dude.
Oh, man, that's funny.
And there's you can swim. You just have to like sit or like kind of crawl around.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
if there's-
they're not fun.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it almost feels like you're in that ride, the Gravitron, that's at, like, carnivals. You know, remember in Stranger Things when they get in the ride,
Yeah.
it spins around really fast. That's
Yeah,
like
everyone just
that's-
sitting in standing in a
that's-
circle.
it's So that's what it is. It's like just a slightly bigger hot tub.
Yeah, wherever there's like a dip in the ground, and you're like, this is the deep spot. This is the deep end.
It
This
was
is
all
then
the
there's
deep end
there's just a
slash
dip in
middle.
the grass.
Yeah. I threw up in an above ground pool once at a party in high school.
Oh, then they had to drain it.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't there the next day. Everybody, it was a huge house party. Everybody was trashed.
Why'd you throw up?
Because I was a teenager drinking, and you can't calculate that shit correctly when you're a teenager. But I wasn't the only one who was throwing up. There were a lot of people throwing up. It's just like they just drink too much.
The
But
above ground pool became like a giant toilet.
Everybody was hanging out there, and I was like, "Blah." I'm like, oh crap! I just threw up in the pool. I'm like, all right, guys, it's time to go. Let's go.
Damn, man. But did you have fun today? Did you like all those tracks I played for you?
Yeah, it was good, man.
Some good ones, right, man?
Yeah.
Some of those are like seriously my favorites.
I have to check out that Steve one that didn't load.
Yeah,
Steve one is
yeah.
easy.
And listen to the whole Mr. Universe. That
Yeah.
that one's pretty good. And Gaffigan's latest that's on Prime right now. You have Prime?
Yeah.
You should watch it, dude. The Noble Ape. It's
Noble
a really
Ape.
good special.
Okay.
And I thought, that is his newest one. I thought it came out like recent. Maybe that's just because I watched it. I just heard that he's doing another one going to Prime.
Yeah.
It's about to come out on Prime. It's actually, that one's going to be Prime's original. Because
Okay.
that last one, I guess, Gaffigan did on his own and sold it to Prime.
Mhm.
And then it did really well. So Prime's like, we're going to make another Gaffigan special. So it's a Prime original. The first ever Prime original stand-up special.
Is it? Okay, cool. I'll check
So
it
that'll
out.
be out soon. But anyway, I hope that this made you laugh. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And, I just, like I said, I just wanted to remind you of like some, whenever you're staying in a house or a cabin or on vacation or on a trip or something with your family, something crazy happens and you always have like some good stories or memories. And I hope that this brought back some old memories when you were a kid and current memories with your kids. And I hope that you guys keep making good memories. I hope you're having a great summer, whatever you're doing, even if you're having a staycation, make the best of it. And thanks for tuning in. And keep in touch with us. Go to homeschooledpod.com. You can click on merch to get our t-shirts. You can click on tour to get tickets to upcoming shows of mine where I'll be. And you can click on media so you can figure out where to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And just making it all easier for you. You can also click on contact. You can reach out to us. You can write me an email. I write back. And what else, Kev? Am I forgetting anything? You're at The Real Kev Lyons on Twitter and Instagram.
That's me. I'm
at Augustino Zoida on everything. And I really appreciate you guys listening. This is LaughterPiece Theatre. We do this once a month. Next month, we'll have some new comics, some new bits, and all on a new theme. Right, buddy?
That's right. Thanks
I'll
for
see you guys
listening.
next time. I'm Augustino Zoida. Thanks for listening to the Homeschool Podcast.